Oi, 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 oi. Hey. What is up, guys? This is Cobb. And welcome to the stream, man. I ain't even gonna lie. My sleeping pattern is completely toasted, and I've been awake for like, I don't know, 45 minutes. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And just for context, it's like 6 p.m. where I am right now. Yeah. Oh god. I've been stuck in like a night waking cycle for about 12 or 13 years. Like, it's been a long time. You know? Perpetual night owl over here, man. Perpetual night owl over here, man. So what is up, the mix? Good old Mr. Family Nienaba? That's a tough name to pronounce, man. I'll just call you my family. What's up, dude? Oh my god, dude. We are ready to blast some Prism Shards a little bit later on in the stream, man. I'm glad you noticed the mix, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. Like, once a month, I like to take a good bunch of, like, the ad revenue that we earn from this YouTube channel and just invest in a big old event and make a bit of a celebration of it, man. So this is going to be great, but it's not for right now. Not for right now, man. Just a little bit later on in the stream, man. I'm going to get all of the Hydra action first, but yeah, there's some great champs in here. I won't cover all of the stuff that I want just yet. I think if I could just pick one to like completely, to like wishlist the hell out of, I mean, what would we talk about, man? Would it be White Queen or Duchess? Ooh, God, I actually don't even know, man. I think White Queen or Duchess. But I mean, Helicath would be great. Theodore would be great. Hefrak would be amazing. I've already got Morrigan and Rotos. But even having like a copy of Rotos Lost Groom is like fine, you know? That's like working our way towards eventually empowering him in the future, but for now, filling out Faction Guardians and stuff, which is also okay. As for epics, I mean, yeah. It's all about Whisper, isn't it? I mean, there's a few here that I still do actually need, and I just haven't collected yet. Durandal would also be fine, but Whisper would be great. Yeah, we're gonna have a huge pulling session, man. Huge pulling session towards the end of the stream, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. I should have probably started things off actually on the free-to-play account. I've still got a little bit more grinding to do over here right now, but is what it is. Let's just check out what champs are we looking to max up pretty soon on. Level 50s, issues and stuff like that. We'll just leave the camera on these for just a little while, man. But apologies, my username has my surname in it, and I'm from, oh, you're from South Africa. Lovely, man. I found out it's Ninaber. Ninaber. It's cool, man. That's actually sweet. It's a very unique name, man. Pulled a 6-star Whisper Soul, so I'm going to build for build there for CVC. Let's go, dude. Let's go, James. Yeah, man. Oh, my God. Dude, I'd be so hyped to get Whisper. I'd be so hyped, man. It'll be great. I've currently just been grinding up Coronar up to max level as well. Just in Minotaur, so I've actually found up a good amount of his scrolls as well. He's in a pretty good place. Gonna be a pretty decent provoker, I think, into probably one of my Hydra teams. Besides that, I mean, Void Legendary HP Provoker, might as well just max him up, so I've been working on him kind of just in the background. Slixus, I haven't empowered one time, just randomly. I'm thinking I might as well just take up the Slixus as well eventually, but he's kind of low on the list. He's not exactly like one of the best nukers in the game, but my lizard men need some help badly in Faction Wars. And somebody made a pretty good point recently in yesterday's stream when I was chatting with y'all. I can't remember who it was, but somebody made the point that if you're relatively close to finishing Faction Wars, get it done. Try and finish it as quickly as you can and get the Lydia. Because, potentially before the end of 2024, a new faction might be released. Straight up, man. I think that was Plarium's original plan, was to release one of the new factions, like a completely new faction, before the end of the year. I don't know if they've fallen behind schedule or something, and maybe it's not ready yet or whatever, because it's getting quite late. But I'm a little bit worried that a new faction comes out, and then suddenly you've got another, you know, like 40, like, or 50 stars, or however many stars you've got to farm all over again, you know, for a new faction, and oh god. Yeah. Push Faction Wars Liddy is a lot more counter-engine than you might think, yeah. Oh, no, I know that Liddy is great. I know she's great. I'm just, you know, I'm just starting to get a little bit nervous about my Faction Wars, and so I might consider Slixus Not in my next batch of level 60s, but potentially in the batch after that, just to try and get through Faction Wars as quick as I can, man. Because I want it done before the new faction shows up. And then, yeah. There you go, man. Oh, you get around 3 months after a new faction drops, though? Oh, really? Okay. So they don't, like, increase the amount of, like, stars you need for the Lydia. They give you, like, a leniency period, at least. Just in case you were, like, 3 days away from Lydia or something. Oh, my God. Okay, got it. Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. Hey, man, Solstice. Welcome back, man. My Prism luck has been abysmal so far. Last time I got Aox, second pull I got Aox. Nearly 2 dozen other options. Orc Prism Shard, I got second Torture Helm. The only character I already had. Oh my god, bro. Yeah. That's how it be sometimes, man. That's how it be. That's how the cookie crumbles. I'm hoping that I have some pretty decent luck. I've got myself about 26 pulls or something. Like, we've like prepped like a pretty decent spend for this. I haven't had like a big monthly spend yet on the account, and so I've made it this Prism event primarily because I don't know, man. I was gonna do like some big events during the fusions and stuff, but not a lot of people are hyped for the upcoming fusion, and with good reason. We'll get to that in just a sec, though, man. I'm gonna talk about future fusions and the Hansel and Gretel fusion just a little bit, I guess, as people kind of fill into the stream and get your guys' thoughts on it as well, because they did a poll on the channel and that was quite revealing. I think like only 15% of people were definitely going to go for it, which is kind of nuts. That's like more people skipping Gretel than skip Jeroboam, which is kind of insane. I think it's impressive how unhyped people are for Gretel, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of champs here. I'm just going to leave at level 50 for a while. Old Gruckus is one of those. Ayla Lifebread. Love this goddamn champ, by the way. Such a cool design to her and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've just got slightly better cleanser options and stuff now. Scramus at 50. Duck the Pierced is a guy I started leveling in Minotaur as well. Once he hit 5 stars. I might just take him up to 60 just because I love his design so much. I mean, he's an awesome champ as well, and I do need some extra stability and tankiness in my Orc Faction Wars, so... There you go, man. Oh, alright, Cobb, next time you decide to do this, do me a favor and spend the prisms when they're doing the Faction Guardian. Yeah. Yeah, man, the Prism events are pretty good opportunities. For like my monthly spend sessions on the main account, you know, so... Yeah, I'll probably do that, man. Reliquary Tender, I actually have a 6-star soul just sitting there. Ready to use. So she could easily be top of the list as well for another champ I want to take up. Top priorities, though, for me, I think, are going to be Glycad of the Beltwater and Goldseeker and Eerie. And, let me tell you something, Mithrala. Because the time is not quite now, but, again, later on in the stream, I think I'm just going to fuse her, man. Get some free Deck of Fate points and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great, man. You seen the Demon Spawn Faction Guardian, though? Ooh, I have not, man. I'll take a check at that in a sec. Duck the Pierced is a Predator Rock, dude. He's so cool, man. So awesome. On your link for a starter account, do you get Ugo straight away or at a certain level? You should have Ugo waiting for you in your inbox as soon as you're done with the tutorial. As soon as you can click on your inbox, Ugo should be waiting for you. And so you'll know very, very quickly, within like 5-10 minutes of making your account, if the promo link has worked. If it hasn't worked, it could be because you downloaded Raid on a mobile phone that's already had Raid downloaded on it before, in which case beginner links just don't work. It's stupid, but Plarium kind of remembers your mobile device. Yeah. Why is Dark Aethel higher than Rotos? Yeah, dude. Well, Dark Aethel's been sitting at level 50 forever, and then I realized, man, she's not that good. Like, so I'm just never going to level her ever again. So she's been here for like 6 months, okay? Like, she's been here for a long time, just sitting at level 50. Rotos, again, is another champ I need to start leveling in Minotaur. I've just been prioritizing mostly Glycad, Godseeker, you know, just a little bit ahead of Rotos in terms of getting them up to level 50 and then up to level 60 first. But Rotos is definitely in the next batch, you know, so probably in like somewhere like 15, 16 days, whenever like the next, like we'll have a champion training event, then a champion training tournament. So it might be sooner than that. Basically, he's going up very soon as well. He's going up very soon, man. Rotos is going to be, yeah. Rotos is going to be one of those, man. He's going to be one of those that we're going to be using him forever, you know. He's one of those good eggs. Yeah, so those are my level 50s, man. Those are my level 50s, you know. And we're about to get Mithrala in this stream as well, and that's going to be amazing. And then we'll see how the Prism Shards go, and then plans might change even more, so, yeah. Yeah, Rotos is looking great, man. He's looking great. Honestly, man, I feel like if you read his kit, seems like okay. You know, there's a lot of words in his kit, which also makes it a little bit hard to kind of decipher and pick apart and blah, 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 blah. But then, like, you watch somebody use him in Arena, or you play against him in Arena, and it's like, what the hell, dude? Like, this guy is absolutely off the chain, you know? But, like, when you just read his kit, he doesn't seem that impactful until you actually see him in action. At least that was my impression of Rotos, you know? Hey, man, Tendok. Oh, sadly, I got to sleep first time I see Game Loop Live at this time. Man, love your videos. I don't watch some hyper sharks. I don't even know what that means, man, but hey. Well, I'm glad that you could stop by to at least say hi, Mr. Tendok, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I've been having a hard time with the Poison Spider and Doom Tower Toxic Bunny. Yeah, Nether Spider is quite a tough one. It's quite a tough one. I feel like the best like strat that worked for me was just like a bunch of healing and cleanse, of course. Like Doom Priest has been very, very helpful for it. So just like a crap load of heals and the like. And then I just manual the fight with a champion that can stun all enemies or freeze all enemies. And I just keep the spiderlings controlled. And I just keep on bashing the boss. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way that I deal with it. Or I at least like stun or freeze the spiderlings first. And then one-shot them with like a big boy nuker like Rathalos or something. Just like hit them with his big AoE, you know? But yeah. That's the way that I found to deal with it, man. Control the spiderlings first, just in case you don't one-shot them. You know what I'm saying? That seems like be the best strand. Oh. Man, my hair's all fluffy, man. Feels like we're gonna get him cloud on my head after I wash my hair. So many legendaries. Oh, you're gonna stick around a bit, Tendok? Cool, man. Cool. Man, people are piling in. Dude, it's gonna be a great stream. Let me tell you something, man. We did yesterday. We actually covered, well, it's actually been made into a video right now up on the channel, where we're talking about how you can get started as a new player into Demon Lord Clan Boss. And that's been great. Actually, the watch time metrics and the views and stuff in that video have kind of taken me by surprise. Like, apparently just a lot of people are really, really interested in that. And a lot of, like, new players, like I struggled with Clan Boss. I guess we're having similar struggles, and so the video's, like, doing very, very well, which is great. And so that's what we covered yesterday, man. Getting started into Demon Lord Clan Boss. This stream, it's going to be the next step up. It's going to be getting started in Hydra and knowing what kind of champions you might want to keep a hold of to sort of get prepared for Hydra Clan Boss. And that's it, really, you know? It's going to be quite a long guide as well. I want to say it's probably going to end up, after cutting, being like 25 or 30 minutes long. There's a little bit more to cover than Demon Lord to get involved in Hydra, but I don't want to do things like, oh, let's break down what all of the Hydra heads do. No, dude, if you can read it in-game, I'm not just going to regurgitate it here on the stream, you know? Like, who the hell cares about that, man? All you gotta know is what tools do you need to bring to the fight, and then you can figure it out from there, you know? So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, man. Also, yeah, Genbo needs investing in as well. I've actually got him fully booked. I've actually got him fully booked up from previous CVCs, but he's still just level 40. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've just got so many champs I want to max. I've just got so many champs, dude. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Hey, maybe it's a good thing that I'm just going to sit out, potentially, of the upcoming fusion, and just take all of these food champs that I've been working on, all these food champs I've been leveling. There's a lot of faction guardians here too, of course. But we've got a crap load of food champions kind of banked up. If I just maybe take the next champ training event and champ training tournament and just blammer, just go ham, just go hard, just go all in on those, and just try and max up like 6 or 7 new level 60s or something over the next couple of weeks. That could be what my account needs at this point, because I'm starting to get too much of a backlog now. Of champs just sitting around like waiting in line to be taken up to max level. It's just getting a little bit stupid at this point. You've got Samson the Masher sitting around, you know, who have actually thrown in a few pieces of gear as well, just to speed up the Minotaur clears a little bit, and help out in faction wars and stuff. But yeah, Genbo ain't worth it. You're past Genbo. No, but the thing is, man, you still need, like, if you've got one of the best epic nukers in the game, I think that you just max them up anyway for use in things like secret rooms in Doom Tower, for things like those fights in Curse City where you're only allowed to use Shadowkin, or you need like awakened champions, but you're still only allowed to use Shadowkin and like 2 other factions or something. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like a good champ is a good champ, and it might be low on the priority list in terms of like Genbo. Like Genbo, I'm actually in a place in the account where Genbo is a little bit low on the priority list on my account, but I still think he's totally worth taking up, you know? Because it's like, man, if I take a champ like let's take like a, man, let's just take a goddamn Mother Superior, right? I'm never gonna take this gal past level 40, okay? It is what it is. But having 3 awakening levels on Mother Superior has been like so useful, dude. And same thing with Candleguard as well. It might just be 2 awakening levels. And same thing on Bowsmith Flannan. But this has allowed me to jump into so many Cursed City fights where I can't even play the battle unless I have enough awakening, like awakened champions in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it's just worth grabbing any champion that's even moderately good and at least take them up to 50. Like, at least take them up to 50 and try and awaken them up, you know? Because it just unlocks so much in Cursed City, man, in terms of what fight you can actually engage in. So I think it's worth doing, man. I think it's worth doing. Yeah, man. It is hard to get gear on these champs, though. Yes. Yes. That's true. That's true. That's another thing that you got to consider, right? Yeah, that's a good point, man. Before, like, you can't just max up, like, 6 or 7 champions and say, job done. It doesn't really work like that. Like, you've still got to be able to slam decent builds on all of them. Oh, God. Well, I've got a lot of planning and scheming to do off-stream, then. Let's put it that way, you know? Let's put it that way, man. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. But yeah, man. Nukers are the hardest to build. Yes, they are, man. Yes, they are. What's up, man, Brandon? Welcome, man. How's it going, man? How's it going? Welcome, 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 everybody, man. C-Boy, what champ do you use in the leader position to farm food? You just want your campaign farmer and then 3 food champions if you can. It doesn't really matter. Like, your campaign farmer can basically be any champion in your roster that has like 2 or more AoE skills. If you get a champion like I have here, like Bellower, where I just have him built out with like 100% crit, and good enough damage and speed that he's able to just trounce his way through the, if I just take like, blah, and, dude, man, let's just take a bunch of level 1 champs in, whatever, you know. Then as long as that champ has enough damage on the AoE skills, they can just blast through campaign like this, you know. And like Bellower is one of those champs that's just really, really, really good at this job. And it's just a very, very nice way to be able to dump energy quickly. And Bellower is just amazing for that role, you know. But you can just take a champion like good old Kill, and your starter champion can do the job as well. You know what I'm saying? Your Kill can do the job as well. Whatever your starting champion is can be your campaign farmer. The only difference is that they need to then be in a lifesteal set, which my Kill is still sitting in. Okay, don't judge me. I haven't adapted my Kill's gear in about 7 months. Like, it's been a long time, man. I got like 1 lifesteal weapon upgrade that was like 6-star. I switched that onto him 4 or 5 months ago or something. And then I just haven't touched him since. I haven't touched my Kill in a long time, man, so I should probably go ahead and adjust his gear a little bit, because he could be doing a lot more damage and help me much more in faction wars and stuff, but is what it is, man. But yeah. That Kill doesn't have lifesteal and he does 12-3 fine. There you go, man. Yeah, if you got the damage gear to do it, I guess he can also just smack his way through 12-3 just fine, but oh, no, I asked my question wrong. I meant what champion does the chat use? I just like to learn from other players and take their ideas. Also, like what champions are people using as their campaign farmer? You mean? I think for most people, it's probably going to be their kill or their starting champion. You know, I think it's how most people are going to do it. Oh my god. hang on, Solstice, man. My kill's now lifesteal gear. He does totally fine. Okay, I've had him sitting in perception and resilience gear for months. Resilience gear kill, dude. Oh my god. Now I've heard it all. But hey, man, if it works, right? It doesn't, like, who gives a damn? If it's your kill's job to farm campaign and that's working for you, screw it. You know, so if you find a better option, then you go right on doing that, man. It's great. You can't be bothered. It changes gear. I love that, man. I love that. Fellhound is Metroid's campaign farmer. Yes, dude. Yeah, Fellhound is amazing. I mean, is he actually still the fastest campaign farmer in the game? I think he is. I think he is, man. I think it's like a 7-second clear or something, so. Monkey King is my food farmer, Afro? Yeah, man. Monkey King is Sun Wukong is my campaign farmer too on my free-to-play account. He works pretty good. Like, he does fine. I mean, I wanted to max him up first anyway, just because I know I'm going to be using my Sun Wukong for a long time, so I bought the masteries on him with gems and stuff after getting the gem mine over there. And yeah, man, you've got a couple of decent AoE skills. His A2 is a little bit gear dependent to like make it an effective AoE skill, but once you got him up to like 100% crit rate and stuff, he can do a good job. Yeah, man. Serious force. I just nuke with Rathalos for campaign. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Rathalos, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of champs that can do a job. I mean, Rathalos is an absolute Giga Chad as well. He's going to absolutely clap some cheeks in campaign, so. My kill's sitting on lifesteal because you should it. My kill was the last standing in climb boss. He heals a lot, man. Campaign farm is 100% strong, so much lifesteal. Yeah, man. Yeah, Kill's, I mean, is Kill the best starter in the game? I feel like some people go out and be hipsters and be like, no, dude, I'm telling you, man, Elhain she's the gal, man, she's the one. Yeah, but she doesn't bring poisons, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's always got that, like, disadvantage. Whereas Kale is at least going to deal, like, a lot of damage into clan boss, so you're not going to have to worry about building, like, an outlaw monk or something to, like, help get you started in clan boss with poison damage. I don't know. I feel like Kale is just the best, man. Ooh, yeah, man, Daniel, that's a good shout as well. Yeah, if you did the Thor fusion, then Thor's an extremely fast clear as well. On Nightmare Clan Boss, what am I talking about, man? On campaign. 7-second clear on Nightmare campaign, actually, is it? If you run Thor? Damn, man. Ever actually pulls it off in 6 seconds too, huh? Damn, man. Oh, man. Man, speaking of Eva Autumnborn, that's a champ I would love to get my hands on, by the way. If we talk about the same Eva. Oh, no. No, we're not talking about the same champ. No, what am I talking about, man? Someone said Eva and it reminded me of Elva. That's what it was. This is a champ I would love to have, dude. Oh my god. Speed in all battles. Mass increase speed, block debuffs, remove debuffs, revive. Dude. This is a crazy good champ. This would help me out so much. Into the harder difficulties of Hydra, man. Which is going to be the first topic that we cover in this stream, by the way, man. Some good old beginner Hydra tips. What you need to bring into Hydra for the first time. Things like absolutely required buffs and debuffs, right? That I would consider to be absolutely mandatory to bring into Hydra for getting started. So you can just kind of keep those champs on the back burner or maybe max them up early and just plan ahead of time that you're going to be using them into Hydra clan boss. As well as like some optional buffs and debuffs and things that you can bring and champion types that you can build just to sort of smooth the waters a little bit. Actually, speaking of that, man, the Hydra Clash is done. We have our chest reward. We managed to finish second. Pretty good. See what we got here, man. I'm really hoping for... Hang on, what is this? Okay, yeah, this is protection. Okay, protection is great. What do I need protection for? Sylvan Watchers? That's Lizard Man. I mean, it's really good though. Speed roll, HP, that's a lot of percentage rolls. Fine. Dwarf Banner, defense. I mean, I'm keeping all of these anyway, no matter what. Let's be real, right? Shame about the stats on this one, but okay. Cool. Hydra Clash done. Okay, lovely, man, lovely. All right. You're goddamn right, James. Yeah, never ever sell your protect. And in fact, any accessory from like a 9-piece artifact set, just don't ever sell it, man. You never know, right? I suppose the only exception to the rule would be pinpoint accessories if you've got a billion of them lying around, like, and you're just drowning in them and your inventory's getting full, you know? Because they were so farmable. But we don't know when they're coming back, so be careful with those too. But yeah, even bad 9-piece accessories can give you a 9-piece set bonus at the end of the day, and that's worth more than any individual stat on an item, right? So, oh my god. Oh, what's that? If you AFK for 30 days, then you can buy Elva. Oh my god. Yeah, the returner account missions. I forgot all about those, dude. Yeah. So if you disappear from the game and just don't sign in, don't look at it for 30 days, they make a comeback. Is it like a rewards track or something that you get given when you return to the game? And you can just get Elva for free, or do you have to spend to get the Elva? Like, how does that work? But what's a man, sweet potato? Did we open the prisms? Not just yet, man. Not just yet. We're gonna do that a little bit more towards the end of the stream, I think. All right, okay. The returners track. It's a free and paid rewards track, and you can buy a Lego. Yeah. It's Flarium. Imagine not spending. Well, you know. Oh my god. Who's your visually best looking champ, no matter the skills? Ooh. I mean, God, that's a really tough question, man. Freya looks pretty badass. I love the design on with the crown. It's like quite simple, but there's a lot going on here, you know. Looks very, very cool. One of my favorite design champs in the game. I mean, I've already spoken about good old Duck the Pierce, but yeah, I don't know. This guy just looks so goddamn. Look at this shield, bro. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, this is just so goddamn cool. This is some visual storytelling right here, you know? Very, very cool indeed, man. Very, very cool. Who else? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say some Duck the Pierced action. Love Bivald of the Thorn as well. Just insane. I mean, just crazy. Have I built Odin yet? I have. I'll show the Odin build in just a sec, man. It's not the best build in the world, I don't think, but it's something that I can build on my Odin, you know. The new demon leader that's not in the game is super nice. For me, I think Sylvan Watchers has the most consistent top-tier character designs. Yeah. I mean, just the newer champs in general are going to look absolutely badass. I mean, like the detail on Odin, for example, is just kind of nuts. Like, when you look at the detail on just, like, the helmet and the, like... and then you compare that to, like, an older champion. Like, where the hell is old Hermit York, man? Look at his fingers! What is going on with his fingers, bro? Oh god, it's really not good, you know. And then you go to Odin, it's literally like going from like PS1 to like PS4 or something, you know. Yeah. Not even close, man, not even close. Yeah, so with my Odin, I've just tried to make him like moderately fast, I guess. Good amount of accuracy. I've tried to invest in a little bit of crit damage where I can. Just because the guy can actually really smack as well. I mean, I don't know, dude. He's just great. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He's just really, really good. Even just a little bit of crit damage on this guy with his A3 over here. Attacks one target before attacking, steals all buffs from the target. Damage inflicted by this skill depends on the target's type. And so attack damage champs take damage based on attack. Blah, 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 blah. Basically for defense and like HP or like support style champs, he just smacks them for like 80,000 damage after stealing all of their buffs. And so it's just a single target delete, as far as I can tell. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just insane. And then it also has the bonus of if the target was killed by the skill, revives a random dead ally. So I'm thinking some kind of team that incorporates like Odin, so we can use Odin's Void ally speed aura. Odin, Arbiter, throw Rotos in there once we've got him maxed up. And then maybe like a Lazarius, because Lazarius is like half damage, brings some good debuffs. Yeah, a little bit more 10-meter fill, an emergency revive, you know. I think that we're looking at a pretty goddamn powerful arena team, man, with those four, you know, is what I'm looking at, man. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, man. So, Odin and Genbo. Oh man, there it is. There it is. Odin smacks, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Oh yeah, maybe we're taking off Brimstone for Lightning Cage / Poly. Yeah. I mean, I haven't paid too much attention to like maxing out the Odin perfectly, but all I know is he deletes with the A3 right now. To be honest, like PvP and stuff, and like getting involved in PvP and really understanding PvP in the arena modes isn't something I focused on at all in the game. I think that's something that as soon as I got my Rotos up to 6 stars in the coming weeks, it's something that I'm going to shift gears on and really start to double down on and focus on, you know, where I feel like my Hydra teams are in a good enough spot where I can leave them alone for a while. And spend like a month or two just building out arena champions and really trying to learn that area of the game, because it's something that I've neglected a little bit, man, on this account, you know. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. I use Odin in live arena with 270 speed to stun enemies first. Yeah, dude. Oh, Odin always gets banned whenever I play him in live arena, man. He's always the guy who gets banned, but okay. Not that I play much live arena, by the way, but okay, man. All right. So for anybody who's joining the stream for like the first time, welcome everybody. We see a lot of familiar faces here, of course, man. It's awesome to see the same folks stopping by. What's up, Katima? Sorry, this is a long message. I should read this, man. I'm happy. I got a live stream. I was curious about something. You have a video up about the 5 roles every beginner needs for their first teams. Yeah, I made that a while ago. Things like 10-meter, buffer, debuffer. I was curious which of those roles Loki normally fills, or if there are better champs than him. Yeah, Loki is a strange one. He's a really odd champ, honestly. Which, I mean, he is Loki the Deceiver, the Trickster, you know. It sort of makes sense from, like, a champion fantasy point of view. He's not a champion I'd recommend taking up to level 60 for a new player. Anywhere within the first, like, 2 months. I think you probably just got other better champs to take up first. He's very much kind of... I mean, what do his in-game reviews even look like? They're just, like, very average across the board. I mean, I think that these are actually a little bit off, to be honest. I don't know. He feels like more of, like, an arena specialist to me, to be honest. Everyone trying to make Loki work for Hydra, and he's just not that good at Hydra. Yeah, I don't feel like he's that good anywhere, you know? I feel like he's fine in arena, and he's going to do a job for you in PvP. Just because of his, like, tricksy skills, and, of course, his misstep is like, super annoying to go up against. And he's got that going for him. Loki plus is Sun Wukong is a great combo for getting started in like early arena, because Loki's really hard to kill, and the Sun Wukong will just keep on reviving. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a decent little combo, I guess. But I feel like Loki doesn't really fit into the conventional like 4 or 5 rules that you should have in your average, you know, dungeon clearing team and stuff like that. You know, so I don't know, man. Yeah, he has one place he's good in arena at low level or versus speed teams. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You're hitting on him and he helped me massively. There you go, Strike Force, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, Strike Force. Like Strike Force says, you know, everyone's going to have their own, like, subjective experiences with a champ. But for me, on my free-to-play account, for example, I'm not looking to max out my Loki ahead of maxing out, you know, just something like Tyrell or the Rector Drath or even my Apothecary, you know? Like these champs that I know I'm going to be using in a lot of different areas of the game for quite a long time. I'm much more comfortable maxing up those first than Loki, personally, you know? So that's the way that I'm thinking of it, man. That's what I'm thinking of it, man. How can I make you log in my account and you see what he does for me? I don't feel good, man, logging into other people's accounts, dude. I don't know. Like, I've had a few people offer for me to do, do an account takeover or, like, an account review and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do that in future, but, Yeah, I certainly wouldn't feel comfortable doing it for the first time, like live on stream, you know, so. Will I be using Morrigan? I'll eventually be using Morrigan. From what I understand, she's extremely, extremely good into Amius, who I fought exactly 2 times in my life and got my ass kicked both times. Mostly her passive seems incredible for the Amius fight, right? Constantly got that healing going on himself. And it's cleansing heal reduction debuffs all the time as well, from what I understand. And so having Morrigan just replace the heal reduction every single round feels like a pretty damn valuable skill to have. So, yeah, I think I'll eventually be getting use out of her. In fact, I'm going to be doing a video very, very soon talking about fusion champions that were just hugely underrated by the community. And Morrigan's going to be in that video, but not because she wasn't like... Don't get me wrong, Morrigan, when she was released as a fusion, was rightfully crapped on a little bit. Like, people were not very hyped about Morrigan. Like, what does she really bring? You know, she just feels a bit too niche, blah, 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 you know? And, like, all of that's true. But then a future boss, Amius, gets released. And suddenly Morrigan is, like, a very, very good champion again, you know? Just because of, like, future... Just because of future content, you know, and something that you couldn't plan around. So I think that's just like an interesting thing to consider when judging whether or not you should do a fusion champion, is that just because their kit isn't useful right now for content that exists currently in the game, it doesn't mean that like a future clan boss, like a new clan boss can't be released, or a new dungeon or whatever, where suddenly that champion is going to become extremely useful and like best in slot, you know. I know that's not exactly a reason to just, oh, let's just do every single fusion no matter what. Some fusions are just going to be bad, and that is what it is, but still, it is an interesting consideration to make, you know. So yeah, man, we're going to be talking about more again in a future video, I think like over the weekend or something. I've got that one planned out for in my little video planning schedule, so I'm a newish player. Loki is my only legendary at the moment. I put him in my brutal clan boss team. For Brimstone, I'm 2 keen currently, but I know he's not the best fit for clan boss team. Yeah. I mean, I guess Loki's misstep allows him to, like, live for a little while longer than he otherwise would against clan boss. I mean, how does he replace the perfect veil on himself? This is a champion under blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. How the hell does he like get up his perfect veil again? Is it just this? He has to use this on himself, or like to like reapply the perfect veil, I guess. Oh god, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Loki, dude. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about him, man. I don't know, dude. How do people survive in Hydra? Is it a lot about provokes, Debbie Jr.? Okay, man, yeah, we should get into that, man. Let's get into actually shooting the video. So if anybody doesn't know, and it's anybody's first time watching one of these streams, what we like to do is, well, first of all, chill out for a good portion of the stream, because that's always nice. But then what we want to do is just shoot a couple of videos live. I'm a little bit brain laggy this morning, and yes, I'm saying this morning because I've been awake for not very long, and so I'm going to try and get my focus up and actually just shoot a couple of videos live right here on the stream, and just take breaks, you know, every few minutes as I'm doing it as well. Mostly get a sip of water because, yeah, all this talking dries the hell out of my throat. And so, yeah, man, I guess we could just go ahead and jump into this, man. Now that you've brought up Hydra and just surviving against Hydra, it's got me wiggly to get started, man. So, I think that we should just go ahead and do this. Okay. How am I going to structure this? I think it's going to have to be like 3 chapters. 3 chapters of this Hydra guide. The first, though, is by far the most important. It's probably going to take up like most of the video. But I think that's fine. I think it's fine. It is what it is. Your buffers and debuffers are just so important. I mean, they are just everything into Hydra. Okay, let me just fix up my notes for just 5 seconds. There it is. Okay. All kinds of notes available. So if there's any brand new players watching this, by the way, this is basically going to be your introductory guide for just getting ready to go into Hydra, or just for getting your first Hydra chests from clearing literally like normal Hydra, maybe going into hard Hydra, and just really getting started. The good thing about normal Hydra is that you don't really have to do that much damage to get the chest. Like, you can get this warrior chest without even killing a single Hydra head. I swear, like, it's not too difficult to get started if you have the correct like key buffs and debuffs going into Hydra, man. That's the one caveat, right? Like, I feel like there's a few buffs and debuffs that are like a must to bring in. So, Cobb got this live video voice activated. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna go into like full radio presenter mode, you know. But yeah, man. By the way, I'm only level 54, Debbie Jr. Yeah. That's okay. You can start at least like thinking about what kind of champions you want to collect and build out for the future. Even if you're not able to take on Hydra at like the earlier stages. Account level 54. I can't remember what account level I'm on my free-to-play account right now, but that seems quite early. But at least you can plan ahead, you know. So there you go. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. If you can hit even just like, if you can just do the bare minimum damage, it's actually 1.67 million only. That's all you gotta do. You got 3 keys to get it done. You should be pushing for that as soon as possible. Nobody told me this, by the way, when I first started playing the game. I just want to point out. Nobody ever mentioned this. In fact, we'll cover this in the video as well. Okay. Gonna go ahead, hit record. Make sure that that's working. Looks to be working. Testing. Okay, audio levels looking good. Check. Let's do this, man. Okay, man. Let's do this, man. You've been grinding, though. Yeah, it seems like you've been doing pretty good, Debbie. Seems like you've been pushing. Okay, man. Oh, for anybody tuning in for the Prism Shards, by the way, we're going to go ahead and pull those after we go ahead and shoot this guide. This guide, though, is going to be a pretty long one. But I think it's such an important guide. Christ, I don't know. It's such an important guide, I think, to just break things down in a very, very simple way for new players and just straight up let people know what kind of tools they're going to need to collect. So, okay, man. Let's do this. Dude, Hydra Clan Boss is the most difficult game mode to get into in Raid Shadow Legends as a new player. It's extremely intimidating. 6 Hydra heads, basically 6 bosses in one encounter. So much stuff to learn. We're going to break it down for you in this video. So what is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to the 3 chapters, okay, of stuff that you just gotta know and stuff that you gotta bring into the Hydra Clan Boss to make this fight way, way easier. I'm not gonna go into, oh, this is what each of the Hydra heads do and blah, 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 blah. You can just read about that anyway, right? I don't need to cover that if you can literally read it in the game. What I'm gonna cover instead are very, very budget options and budget tools and key tools and debuffs that you must bring into this fight, and then explain why. I think that's going to be a much, much better way to explain how you can take on Hydra for the first time and give you an idea and some examples of champions that you might want to collect for bringing in to Hydra Clan Boss. First and foremost, I should say as well that if you're a new player, you unlock Hydra for the first time, you're going to get your ass kicked, you're going to do like 20,000 damage, it's going to be an absolute waste of time, okay? But as soon as you were able to deal at least 1.67 million damage to normal Hydra Clan Boss, start doing it every week, okay? Even if it takes all 3 keys just to get this done, very, very important that you are collecting these chests as soon as possible, because why the hell would you not? It's free, potentially 5 and 6 star gear. Yes, 6-star epic gear can drop from this, and the gear sets that drop from Hydra, Protection and Stone Skin, very, very, very difficult to come by, very, very difficult to collect, so you might as well start collecting them right away, right? You also are going to start to collect Mithrala fragments from Hydra as well. Those are very, very important indeed. You can eventually fuse the legendary Void champion Mithrala in your portal building, and so you might as well start collecting the fragments as soon as you possibly can. So I cannot stress this enough. As soon as you can hit 1.67 million damage, even if it takes all 3 keys, you better get it done. Alright, man, before we get into Chapter 1, which is going to be key debuffs to bring into Hydra, hey man, if you're looking to set up a new Raid Shadow Legends account, you know what time it is, man. It's time to click the beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box, man. Hit that link, sign up to raid using that link, and you'll get yourself 4 free epic champions to start your juiced up new account. It's an incredible beginner promo link, man. The best way to start off a new raid alt account, and it can all be yours, man. All you gotta do is sign out of Plarium Play on your goddamn PC before clicking on that link to guarantee that when you create a new Plarium ID and stuff, you're gonna get your hands on all of those souped up rewards. Alright, man. Bam! Intro done. Lovely. Done, man. First little section complete. Okay. Damn, that isn't edited. Which bit isn't edited, man? But no. The little shift that we do into like the ad like this, I just set that up like specially for stream, you know, so I can just like do it live, man. Do it live, like Bill O'Reilly. That's how we handle this, man. That's how we handle it. Okay. Okay. Mithrala awesome Hydra award. Yeah, man. Oh my god. The pop-up for the ad is so funny. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's great, man. It's great. It's nice to keep it like as automated as possible, you know. Reduces the workload for my wife, who actually edits the videos that goes up on the channel, man. We're a little partner couple when it comes to producing the raid content, man. You know, I'm just the guy in front of the camera. Okay. Have I got Mithrala already? I'm ready to fuse Mithrala, actually. We're going to be doing that in this stream as well, because there's also a Deck of Fate rewards active as well, and so that's going to get us some extra Deck of Fate action. So, yeah, man. We are going to be jumping on Mithrala. It's going to be great. Okay. Alright. Let's continue on with the shooting, shall we? Okay. Alright, so chapter number 1 is going to be the longest chapter in this video. It's going to cover the buffs and debuffs, mostly the debuffs that you absolutely must bring into Hydra, as well as some optional debuffs as well that are going to help you out. The key debuffs are as follows. Block buffs. Okay, an AoE block buffs against Hydra is going to prevent the Hydra heads buffing themselves with the Poison Cloud buff, which you really don't want. You must bring a block buffs debuff into Hydra. If they get up the Poison Cloud debuff, things are going to fall apart very quickly indeed. Trust me on that, you can take that to the bank. You're also going to want to bring an AoE decrease speed, preferably the strong version. This can be a little bit tough to come by. Usually it's only featured on epic and legendary champions. But yeah, very crucial that you bring an AoE decrease speed. I consider that mandatory. And then a reliable provoke. Provoke debuff is absolutely crucial for provoking the Head of Decay. The Head of Decay is the only head that can be provoked in Hydra, so you'll know which one it is pretty soon. And if you don't keep the Head of Decay provoked, it's going to do things like cleanse all of your debuffs from the enemy, right, across all of the Hydra heads. Not good. It's also going to do things like 10 meter fill for all of the other Hydra heads, and things are going to fall apart very fast, right? You must keep that head either dead or provoked. Very crucial. So those are the 3 absolutely mandatory debuffs that I'd say that you must bring into Hydra. Other good debuffs to bring along are going to be decreased defense for just massively bolstering your damage. Also, it's got to be said that just getting the Hydra heads dead can make it so that you require things like less healing, and you can get away with less healing and less revives and stuff like that, because if the Hydra heads are dead, then they can't kill you, right? So decreased defense is actually just quite important overall. A Hex debuff is very crucial to bring as well. A Hex debuff is going to bolster up your damage by a hell of a lot, and one of the Hydra heads, the Head of Mischief, can only be targeted by your single target skills if it has a Hex debuff applied on it. So the Hex debuff is very crucial indeed. Yeah. Goddamn hair on my tongue for some odd reason, which we're going to cut out during editing. So when it comes to bringing the Hex debuff, what you can do is just take a support champion that has a couple of AoE skills and put them in a cursed set, and that cursed set will give you a chance on one of your support champions to just apply a Hex debuff to all of the Hydra heads that they are AoE attacking, so that's an option that you've got there. Decreased attack debuff can be pretty damn crucial as well, particularly for surviving the big AoE counterattacks coming in from the Head of Wrath. And finally, we have the Leech debuff, which is another debuff that's just kind of nice to have. All of these kind of good Hydra debuffs, not the mandatory ones, but the good ones, you can get away with not having these if you're just fighting into normal Hydra for the first time. And it's got to be said that you're going to struggle to bring all of these debuffs in on just your 6 champions, okay? What you're really looking for is champions that bring a couple, like 2 or more of each of these skills wrapped up in their kit, right? But before we get into those, we're also going to cover some of the key buffs that you want to probably be bringing as well. The first is, of course, going to be an AoE increased speed. The reasons for that are obvious. You're also going to want to bring either a block debuffs buff or some debuff removal. That's also going to be quite crucial. Heals, shields, and revives. Just anything that you can bring to the table to help keep your team alive as well. There's usually 1, if not 2, kind of dedicated just utility and support style champions that are bringing heals, shields, and or revives. And then finally, Perfect Veil. This is a tough buff to come across, the Perfect Veil buff, but what it's going to do is make it so that when you are attacking into the head of Torment, which is like the big blue Hydra head, what normally happens is you get afflicted with a True Fear debuff every time you attack in to the head of Torment, which sucks. It can't be resisted, it can't be blocked, it can be dispelled, right? You can cleanse it, but it's going to be active on your team a hell of a lot otherwise. If one of your champions attacks into the head of Torment with a Perfect Veil buff active, however, then they completely dodge the True Fear debuff. So Perfect Veil, great for survivability, and it is great for countering the head of Torment, but that's a tough buff to come across. Okay, I think that's basically the list done. I think that's basically the list. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything like extremely... I don't think I missed anything extremely important, but... 76 watching and only 20 likes. Come on, chat, give it a like. Oh, man. Hey, it's okay, man. The streams are mostly here just to chill and hang out, you know, but, you know. Did you mention HP, Ben? We're going to be getting to the damage dealing styles in just a little bit. The damage dealers are a whole other chapter, actually. I should probably go ahead and mention that, even, just in case people have questions at the start of the video. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. But yeah. Because chapter number 2 was just like a quick word on like optimal damage dealing. Not necessarily like just the utility and the debuffs, you know. Okay. There it is. Now again, just like with the debuffs, ideally you're bringing champions into Hydra that bring 2 or more of these debuffs, buffs, or any combination of the 2. That's going to be your best bet. If you feel like I'm missing any kind of debuffs off of this list, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. But do be aware that chapter 2 of this video, we're going to be talking about damage dealers and optimal damage dealing into Hydra, and we're going to be talking about HP Ben in that chapter as well. So what are some examples of some affordable-ish, some budget-ish champions that you can be bringing into Hydra that bring all of these tools, or as many of these kind of buffs and debuff tools as you can possibly get your hands on, Ben? The first champion that we're going to go ahead and shout out is going to be a Void Epic, Ostrok's Boneglaive. This is just a great champ indeed. Mostly because of his A2 and his A3, right? So on the A2, it's an attack all enemies, and if 4 or more enemies are alive, has a 100% chance when bucked up of placing a block buffs debuff on each enemy for 3 turns. So very good block buffs uptime on this. It's going to prevent that Poison Cloud debuff from going up. And the Poison Cloud debuff, by the way, makes it so that all of your attacks are weak hitting into the Hydra heads, which is terrible. I mean, basically makes them low-key immortal. Things are going to go bad for you very quickly if they get that buff active on all of the Hydra heads simultaneously. It's going to be dreadful, so this is going to help you out a hell of a lot. And on Ostrox's A3, we've got removes 1 random debuff from all allies, and you get an increased accuracy buff as well. So a little bit of debuff removal always helps. There's going to be a lot of provokes coming out against your team. The True Fears we've already mentioned. Things like anti-healing and stuff like that. Ostrox is going to be a good help, a good utility option to bring those key debuffs and those cleanses as well, man. Next up, we've got good old Ugo, which, would you believe it, is the champion that you can get completely for free simply by signing up to raid using the beginner promo link down below. But we're not going to go over that beginner promo link again. You guys already know what's up with that. But Ugo brings all kinds of tools to the table as well. Actually brings a leech on her A1, which is great. That's one of those kind of nice to have debuffs into Hydra, just helping your damage dealers self-heal a little bit. Also brings the strong version of decreased defense on an AoE and a block buffs debuff, also on an AoE on a 310 cooldown. So two very, very key debuffs to be bringing into Hydra here on Ugo as well. Ugo also has the advantage of being a magic affinity champ, so it's very, very easy to get your hands on Ugo compared to the likes of the Ostrox, the Void Epic, you know. Typically, you're going to find an Ugo before you find an Ostrox, is what I'm saying. And then on the A3, you've also got some heal reduction debuff removal on Ugo's A3, and it also removes one additional random debuff from allies as well, and then heals a whole bunch too. So Ugo's great. Ugo brings a lot to the table, and it's one of the best sort of, budget epics in the game that's still used in just a lot of pretty high-end Hydra teams. And it's one of those champs that you're definitely going to get a hell of a lot of value out of if you pull an Ugo early on your account, man. Next up, let's try and cover a Provoker, man. I'm going to try and cover a Provoker with the understanding that there's just not that many good, reliable Provokers for getting started into Hydra. I'm going to go ahead and cover Vizix the Unbowed. Vizix is, of course, a login reward champion that you get after like 270 days of playing raids after 9 months of playing raid. So you might have to wait a little while to get your hands on Vizix. She's, of course, not the only Provoker option that you've got. There are others out there that are more budget, but she is a good option. She's a little bit tough to keep alive though because of her kit. So let's break it down real quick, man. So her A2 is an attack all enemies with 100% chance booked of placing decreased speed for 2 turns, which is, again, a fantastic one of those mandatory debuffs that you have to bring into Hydra. It's just so important. However, she also places an ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns as well. Now, ally protection is of course a fantastic survivability buff to be bringing on one of your champs. It's not quite as good as it might seem into Hydra, however, because frankly the damage can get extremely mental very, very quickly, and even a Vizix built with like pretty good health and high defense can still die. And so oftentimes you've got to run it alongside a reviver, alongside champions that are providing shields and that kind of thing, just to help the Vizix stay alive and build out just, especially with as much health as you possibly can, right? The ally protection can be as much of a hindrance as it can be a help in Hydra. So just be aware of that, man. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? The A3 is an attack all enemies that places Provoke for 1 turn, which is great, and she also shields herself a little bit too. It's on a 310 cooldown. This just means that you're going to have to build your Vizix with, 10 meter boosters on your team, increase speed on your team, and get it going pretty quickly, because you want to be getting this A3 off as often as possible. You want to keep it maintained and get around again to using this A3 as quickly as possible against the Head of Decay before the Provoke eventually falls off. So you do have to be aware of that, right? You have to build her to be pretty fast. But besides that, Vizix is a pretty good option. A good budget option that you can consider, and this is a champ we're going to revisit a little bit later on in the video as well, for Chapter 3, which is a little bit more of an advanced chapter, if I do say so myself, at least for new players, is going to be Skaramis. Skaramis brings a AoE Provoke debuff as well, which is great. Then he also places a counterattack and continuous heal buff on himself for a couple of turns, and that's why we're going to revisit Skaramis a little bit later on for the Mischief tank role, at least a budget option for that role, right? But we'll get into that when we get into it. Basically, it's the same as Vizix. It's going to be a 310 cooldown Provoke when it's fully bucked up, and he's a good option for doing that. However, yeah, you're going to need to make sure that you build him fast enough so that you get around again to using this Provoke as quickly as you possibly can. Now, as for Hex damage dealers, the Hex debuff is kind of tough to come by if you are lucky enough to get your hands on the likes of... Where the hell is he? There he is. Okay. Good old Akemptum. Then Akemptum is a great AoE damage dealer into Hydra, mostly owing to his A2, which is an attack all enemies 3 times, each hit with a 75% chance booked of increasing the duration of Hex debuffs on enemies by 1 turn. If they're not under a Hex debuff, it will place the Hex debuff instead. And so, yeah, Akemptum, he also has like a lot of debuff spread effects, a lot of poison effects and stuff like that, which poison isn't the best form of damage into Hydra, but it's not nothing. And Akemptum can do a pretty goddamn moderate amount of damage into Hydra, right? He's one of your damage dealer options, but he does also bring the Hex debuff in a very, very reliable fashion. And he's only an epic quality champ as well, so maybe he's more accessible than some of the others, you know? Otherwise, what you're generally going to want to do is go ahead and pick up a support-style champion, like a champion that I've got on my main account just now. Should bring like a whole lot of debuff, cleanse, and heal and stuff like that. But on an A1, and this is what you want to watch out for, right? A support champion that has attack all enemies woven into their skills is a great candidate to then equip in the likes of a cursed artifact set, which will give them a chance to be placing that Hex debuff for you. You know, so suddenly you've got like a support champion that's mostly bringing heals or buffs or whatever, but now they're also fulfilling the extra role of getting the Hex debuff applied. And so that's the way that you can bring the Hex debuff into your team and just help to spread your damage out across all of the Hydra heads that little bit more. And of course, the Head of Mischief, once again, can only be targeted if the Hex debuff is applied over there. So that's an option that you've got there. Next up for cleansers and debuff removal, we of course have the likes of Doom Priest being one of the best budget option cleansers in the game. We've covered Doom Priest a few times, but again, it's all about her passive. Every single turn she heals allies for a little bit and removes one random debuff from them at the start of this champion's turn. So you just want to get a Doom Priest if you can in something like a Relentless set, so she gets extra turns every now and then. Build her as fast as humanly possible and just get her spamming this passive as much as you possibly can. She's going to be cleansing provokes, true fears, poisons, anti-healing. Yeah, she's crazy good as a budget option for getting started into Hydra. And yeah, she fulfills one of those happy, all-important roles of just healing and debuff removal. So she's a great option. Next up, as for additional, in fact, also in this faction, we've got Rector Drath, which is another great support champion to bring into Hydra. Brings a decreased attack on the A1. Most importantly though, Rector Drath is one of the best, like, affordable budget options to bring along to your team for placing Perfect Veil on your team, right? She brings all kinds of healing. She also brings a revive as well, which is great. And when she revives, she also places the Perfect Veil on the person that she revived, which is nice. But her A2, heal all allies by 20% of Rector's max HP. After healing, place a Perfect Veil buff for 2 turns on allies with full HP, then place a continuous heal buff as well. But the fact that she's also bringing a Perfect Veil to the team is awesome. It's actually one of the most affordable counters that you've got going for going into the likes of the Head of Wrath, which otherwise is going to be placing those True Fear buffs all the time. Perfect Veil is one of the only ways to get around the True Fear debuff going into Hydra, and it's a huge pain otherwise. It is not, however, the only thing that you can bring into Hydra to counter the Head of Wrath. We of course have Inquisitor Shamil, which if you happen to pull this guy at any time in the first 6 months of your account, I guarantee you have a lot of people very jealous of you indeed, right? So Inquisitor Shamil attacks one enemy on his A1, has a, I think, 75% chance booked of decreasing the duration of a random buff on the target by 1/10, which is fine. Every time an enemy places a debuff on an ally, such as True Fear, use this skill against that enemy. These counterattacks only deal half of the normal damage. Okay, fair enough, you know. Cool. On the A2, attacks one enemy 3 times, ignores 25% of the target's defense, will ignore a further 25% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion. Place a True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1/10 if this attack kills an enemy. Not that relevant into Hydra. Shamil, it's about his passive, man. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 7.5%. Whenever an ally receives a fear or a True Fear debuff from an enemy, there's no cooldown on this, by the way. This skill will instantly remove the debuff and fill the team leader's turn meter by 15%. Dude, I know what this skill does, but every time I read it, I just can't believe it even more that it's a real thing. Like, so good. This is so good. It's not even funny. It just makes it so that the Head of Torment no longer exists. Okay, Inquisitor Shamil, another fantastic option. He's more of like a damage dealing role, but I'm going to throw him into the buffers and debuffers and utility chapter of this video, just because, yeah, he's so unique in what he does. Okay. Alright man. I do need to breathe at some point, so I should probably get to doing that right now. Oh my god. Oi. Woo! My god. Oh, do you guys see the cat jump up on the window? She's still up there? Yeah, she's up there. I can feel a lump. Feel a lump behind the curtain, man. She's a good girl, man. She's a good girl.
cheeky mention of provoking hex sets. Ooh. Yeah, maybe we should have like maybe we should include that bit in there as well. Damn. Oh, I've already mentioned the hex set. I think I'll leave it at that. Man. I want to keep it as you know, noob friendly as humanly possible if we can manage that. So okay. Alright, just checking stream health and stuff. Looks like everything's okay. Oh my god, man, you have two Inquisitor Shemales, Brandon. For God's sake. Dude, Inquisitor Shemale, I have a 6-star perfect soul for Shemale. I don't have the Shemale. Like, oh my god, dude. Man, this guy, man. Okay, I tell you what, man. We'll just keep on rambling. That's pretty much the damage dealers kind of covered, I think. Sorry, not the damage dealers. The buffers and debuffers kind of covered. So, yeah. There you go, man. Okay. Let's go on back to this page real quick. Okay. I tell you what we'll do, actually. This might be like a kind of cool way to do this. Like if we go into normal here. And if I just like get rid of some of these guys. No, you know, I'm gonna leave the Haikatoon in there. Because even though she's really, really weak. Okay. Where the hell did she go, man? I just want to make like the most budget team possible ever, so we can just like show ourselves like slapping normal Hydra, you know? Okay. Yeah, let's do like a little bit of this, man. So, based on those champion recommendations that we've covered so far, this is the budget team that we are building so far. Unfortunately, our only provoker that I can actually use in this example team happens to be a legendary, which I'm going to try to avoid for the rest of the options, but it is Bevald of the Thorn. He's going to be acting as our provoker. We've got our block buffs debuffer coming in with Ugo, which is great. We've got our increase speed buffer coming in, which is just a Haikatoon, which is not the best option at all, but we're going to try and keep this team as budget as humanly possible, just to get like a fair representation of what your team might look like going. And then we've got Doom Priest in as a healer and debuff cleanser. Now for chapter 2 of this video, where we're going to talk about the damage dealers. It's going to be quite short, but quite important. Okay. Happy little intro. Scroll on down. Yeah, there's not really that much to cover, to be honest, with damage dealers, but I think it's important to cover them separately. I want to have this video chapterized just a little bit, you know? Ooh, market. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Let's head on into here. Okay, man. Okay. Alright, man, so for your damage dealers, there are really 3 different types of damage dealers into Hydra. Again, this is going to be quite a short section, but quite important to note. The first damage dealing type are going to be your mass HP burners. HP burn is just a great, consistent way of dealing damage across all of the Hydra heads. Enough said, really. We don't really have to go more into it than that, to be fair. Max HP damage dealers are also going to be very, very crucial indeed. And number 3 is just going to be heavy hitter legendary damage dealers who don't really have any particular gimmick going on, but they just kind of smack really, really hard, usually with a mix of big single target hitters and AoE skills. Yeah, so let's cover some examples, shall we? The very first HP burner and like easiest option to get your hands on is going to be the Force Affinity Epic Mordecai of the Secret Order. Quite easy to get your hands on without him being a Void Epic. And very simply put, he brings a AoE HP burn debuff on all enemies for a couple of turns. And because he's not dealing damage directly with this skill, it's not like attack all enemies has a 100% chance of placing HP burn. It's just place HP burn. It means that he actually can't weak hit into the Hydra heads. And so Mordecai has that extra advantage going for him, right? It doesn't matter that he's Force Affinity. He's not going to struggle landing this debuff against any of the Hydra heads. Of course, you've also got another option in the form of, where's Skrank at, man? There he is. Skrank very, very similar champion in how he's placing his HP burn debuffs. His is an attack all enemies and place HP burn, but he also can't weak hit because he's void affinity, right? And so, yeah, Skrank is also just a fantastic HP burner style option. And next champion we're going to cover is going to be one of your max HP damage dealers, and this is going to be one of the champions we use in the example towards the end of this video, and that is going to be good old Royal Guard, who on his A2 brings an attack all enemies. Damage increases according to enemy max HP. These are going to be, there's Royal Guard, there's also Husk, one of the Undead Hordes epics that does a very, very similar skill to this and how it deals damage. Yeah, these skills just hit very, very hard into basically all bosses in the game, and Royal Guard is great for the Hydra job for that reason. You might find that it doesn't hit very hard into like normal Hydra, but because the enemy max HP of the Hydras increases the harder difficulty you go, the damage keeps up pretty well. So you can use Royal Guard in normal, then once you're ready to take on hard and brutal, Royal Guard can still be doing pretty good damage against the Hydra heads, right? He's never going to be as good as, you know, the best like legendary damage dealers and stuff, but as far as budget option goes, he's amazing. He brings a decreased defense on his A1, and he also brings an AoE, albeit an attack 4 times at random, strong version of decreased speed as well on his A3. So Royal Guard, another fantastic option. Or when it comes down to just a legendary that's just going to hit Hydra very, very hard. I mean, if you fuse Thor, he's going to be your go-to. Ninja is a great option. He's kind of like a mix of HP burn damage and just like direct damage, you know. But Thor's an incredible option. Multiple AoE skills that just hit very, very hard. A passive that kind of stacks up over the course of the fight. Yeah, the damage dealing role is very, very kind of fluid when it comes to Hydra. So we're going to head on back into our Hydra team that we're setting up for normal just over here. And we're going to go ahead and key in good old Royal Guard. Where is he? There he is. And our other damage dealer, do we just throw Skrank in there? We'll throw Skrank in there as well, man. So this would be our very, very budget looking Hydra style team. And if you don't have a lot of epic champs in your account just yet, that's totally fine. Your team might not look exactly like this, and again, the Bivald is a little bit of an outlier because he's the only legendary provoker option that I've got to take in to Hydra for this example team. But before we get started, there is one more chapter to this video that we got to cover. One more chapter that's a little bit more advanced, that might not apply to you right away when you first start playing Hydra, but is important nonetheless to bear in mind. Now, this is because the Head of Mischief, which I think is this head right here, actually. What it's going to do, it's going to attack into whichever champion on your team has the most buffs on your team, and it's going to try to steal those buffs, okay? It will steal those buffs from that champion, and then if you let it, it's also going to use a buff spread effect and spread all of those buffs to all of the other Hydra heads, right? That's part of the reason why the block debuffs buff is so important, right? Because it's just like the simplest answer for at least stopping the Head of Mischief from spreading all of those buffs to all of the other Hydra heads, right? But what this means is that you can build a champion like Bivald of the Thorn to act as your Mischief tank. So let's get into that, man. That is going to be chapter 3, man. Setting up your good old Mischief tank. And instead of Bivald, we're going to use a very, very budget option in Skaramis as an example for your Mischief tank. Because, again, Skaramis brings a very, very unique A3 here, where he's not just placing the provoke, but he's also placing a counterattack and continuous heal buff on himself as well on his A3. These are quite unique buffs to bring, and especially if your team isn't bringing any continuous heal, Skaramis is going to be the only champ on your team that has these 2 extra buffs, right? Meaning he has the most buffs on your team, and the Head of Mischief is going to do all it can to attack into your Skaramis basically every time and do its best to steal his buffs. So what this means is, you might have heard of people talking about a Mischief tank before. We could build out, hypothetically, Skaramis to be our Mischief tank in Hydra, and the way that you want to do that is, we still want to build him out to do his job, right? He needs enough accuracy to land his provokes. He needs enough speed to get around to using his provoke again as quickly as he can. All of those things still apply. However, what we'd also want to try and do is build him out with, I think it's 300 resistance into normal Hydra would make him an effective Mischief tank. 350 resistance for hard Hydra and 400 resistance for brutal Hydra. And what that's going to do is make it so that when the Head of Mischief is constantly trying to steal his buffs, because again, he's always going to have the most buffs, he's going to be very, very, very likely to be resisting the attempt of the Hydra head to steal those buffs, right? And so what that's going to do is not only protect all of his buffs and continuously force the Head of Mischief to attack into him, it's also going to inadvertently protect all of the other buffs on your champions too, right? Because otherwise, the Head of Mischief will steal Skaramus's buffs, then it's going to move on to the next guy, and it's going to start to strip all of the buffs off of your team. Which is bad news, obviously, right? So while this is a bit more advanced and it's going to be tough for you as a beginner to build out a champion with all of the stats that you need to build like a high resistance Mischief tank champion, this is something that you can bear in mind once you're a few months into Hydra and maybe you're progressing onto, hard or brutal. You can start to think about going back to normal and like hard difficulties and think about building out your first Mischief tank and just get a taste for it and see how it plays out. It can be a damn good help. And actually, speaking of that, we do have... Ooh, 1 second, my Guardian ring. Can't let that go inefficient, man. We do actually have our Bivald of the Thorn built out as a Mischief tank, just inadvertently. It's just the way that I built him out. He has enough resistance to go up into hard Hydra right now. And it was just my first attempt at building out a Mischief tank. So, there you go. That's basically all you need to know to get started in Hydra. Let's go ahead and just see how this team plays out. And hopefully it's not a complete disaster. When I tried it out a little bit earlier this morning, prepared it a little bit earlier this morning, we almost died. Okay, it almost went pretty bad. But again, this team's very, very budget. That's okay, Again, you only need to do like 1.67 million damage. 1.67 for the first Hydra chest. That's great. That should be quite achievable. As long as you're bringing like the key debuffs and stuff that we are bringing here. You can just see, by the way, that the Poison Cloud debuff just went up on one of the Hydra heads here because Ugo failed to land the block buffs debuff on one of the heads. It's not the end of the world if it goes up on one of them, but as long as it's not going up on all of them, we should be able to get some Hydra head kills and be fine. You're also going to notice that a lot of our champs are provoked right now as well, and hopefully it's going to be Doom Priest's turn after Bivald just now, and she's going to get to cleanse all of those debuffs. And I've completely forgot whatever the hell it was that I was just saying. Oh yeah, if you can do like, is it like 6 or 7 million damage to normal Hydra, you're getting the max level chest. That's not nothing. You'll also find that when you're getting started in Hydra 2, that just getting the kill on one head for the first time makes a huge difference. Like, you go from not being able to do anything into Hydra and getting stuck at like 1 million damage and it feeling really, really bad. Once you got one head dead, suddenly the fight goes very, very much into your favor because there's just less mechanics for you to deal with all of a sudden. And you start doing fine. So if we just kind of let this play out, we're just going to see that we're able to do enough damage here to sort of get the max level Hydra key. For normal, which is only like 6 or 7 million damage, so it shouldn't take very long. Yeah, you can see how this team, even though it's not optimal, and we don't have a super reliable way of placing decreased speed against these Hydra heads, we're just relying on Royal Guard. Oh, there it is. Actually, he used it just now. It only landed on 2 of the Hydra heads, the decreased speed debuff. So even though we're lacking some of like the key tools here, we've got enough of those boxes checked that we're able to keep things ticking. Now, it's by no means like a super impressive team, but it doesn't have to be. It's a start, right? And that's what's important, man. All right. Tight. Cool. And it looks like we might be able to just live as well. Royal Guard's getting a little bit low there, but okay. There it is, man. There it is. Yeah. That's a good point, James. I should mention that too. Yeah, I should mention that as well. About Poison Cloud. I forgot that, man. I forgot that. I did actually forget all about that. Oh yeah, last chest on normal 6.4 mil or something. Yeah. Yeah, man. And alright, it would appear that we have beheaded 3 of the Hydras, and I was just reminded by James in chat, thanks so much, man, that actually if the Poison Cloud debuff goes up on one of the Hydra heads, you can actually attack through the Poison Cloud and not weak hit, and you can sort of ignore the Poison Cloud debuff to an extent, as long as you have an HP burn debuff on the Hydra heads as well. So that's just another reason why having an HP burner on one of your damage dealers can be very, very beneficial. It makes so the Poison Cloud is not quite as consequential if the Hydra heads do get it up. So yeah, there is that to bear in mind as well. And as you can see, we're trudging our way very, very easily towards the 6 million damage required. And so we're basically good to go ahead and end the battle here, and basically consider this one a job well done. So, there you go, man. I hope that this guide was at least somewhat helpful, man, for getting you started into Hydra. And hey, if you feel like you could get off to a better start than what I showed off in this video, then why not do so by starting off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, man, using the beginner promo link down below, man, to jumpstart your fresh new Raid account with 4 free epic champions, man. It's the best beginner promo link going. And hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopes that this guide was helpful and just helped you to get started into Hydra for the first time. Or if you haven't quite unlocked Hydra yet, you at least now know what kind of tools you might want to start collecting on your account, just to be ready for this monumental challenge when it does eventually show up and become part of your weekly grind on your account. Alright, thanks again, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy, and I might catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man. Bam! Lovely. Okay, man. Ooh, yeah, like Hydra sets. Yeah, I could also cover just like Hydra gear sets, man. Like sets that have like hidden superpowers into Hydra. You know what I'm saying? Affinity Breaker, Guardian on certain, especially like Ally Protect champions. Some like Guardian set action. Some stuff like that, maybe. Obviously, Curse, Provoke, blah, blah, blah. That'd be kind of cool, man. Okay. Maybe that's a new guide idea as well. Okay, I gotta check how long that clip was, man. How long was I recording there? It's a 6 gig file. Was I recording for a long time there? That felt like quite long. 38 minutes? I mean, I know I took some breaks in between and stuff, but ooh, it's quite long. It's quite long. That's gonna take some cutting, man. Oh, crap. I'm still on the bloody blah 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 screen. Okay. Is it worth buying Prism's ties, or is it a waste of money? It totally depends. Yeah, it totally depends, man. It just depends on what you need, I guess, on your account. If you feel like you just need everything from the Prism Shards, then it's up to you how you spend at the end of the day. I feel like the Prism Shard events are they're never mandatory. They're just fun to do if you're looking to splash out a little bit, which is what we are looking to do today. I've got all kinds of prisms ready to pull, man. Because that's just something that I like to do on the channel anyway, is have like these like monthly events. At least like once a month, you know, where based on like the YouTube ad revenue and stuff, I'm like, man, like give something back to the account a little bit, you know. And the bigger the channel gets here on YouTube, you know, the bigger I can go on these events, which is really fun too. So yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to pull these. We're gonna get to pulling these in just a bit, actually. So it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome. Is Miscreated Monster worth taking to 6-star in early game RMGO? I mean, damn. Yeah, man. I think he is. I think he's great. I think Miscreated Monster is well up there. One of the better early game champions. You can leave him at level 50 for a while, by the way, and he can still do a very, very good job for you. Where the hell is he, man? Am I blind? Oh, no, he's Knight's Revenant, right? Yeah, there he is. Dude, how is he not Undead Hordes? What are we talking about here, man? What are we even talking about here, man? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, he's a great champ. He's a great champ. Big old heal, ally protect, AoE stuns. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh my god. Even his passive is really good too. Yeah, Miscreated Monster's fantastic, man. He should be undead, yeah. He should be, man. Oh, man. Okay. Tell you what, man, I'm going to, thanks for all the good luck wishes, by the way, man. Hey, thank you, man, for all you did. Thank you, Star Chaser, man. Yep, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. I believe in the content creator luck, okay? It's going to happen. It's going to be great. I've already had a lot of luck today, though. I got 2 Sacred Shards today. 1 Sacred Shard in each Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss chest. Like, just back-to-back Sacreds. Oh, man. I've been so lucky with Sacreds recently, it almost feels bad. You know? But I had a really, really bad month. I only got like 3 Sacreds last month from all of Clan Boss, you know, so... Things come back around in Raid. You're just gonna be patient, you know? It doesn't feel like it sometimes, but... Okay. Anyways, man, Summon Pool is active. We're ready to rock and roll. I think I've got like enough for 25 or 26 pulls here. There's quite a few of the epics I'd love to get as well. Okay, but we'll get to all that in just a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. go onto the BRB screen. And I'll be back in a second, boys. Alright. Oi, 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 oi. It's almost time, man. It's almost time. I'm legitimately getting a little bit nervous. Not gonna lie, but... Okay. Okay. Let me just think, man. What do I actually want most from here? What's Calvalex all about? Well, I haven't found any good use for Calvalex, really. Got some Necron action going in his design. Check all enemies, damage increase, score number, poison debuffs. Oh, it's this guy. Plays 4 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of each round. Okay, yeah, I do know this guy. Oh my god, Numpkin, calm down. Cat's so excited, man. She's pumped up. Oh yeah, Dragon Hard. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. So actually, that's correct. Yeah, Calvalax and Theodore for Dragon, man. Would speed up the clear a hell of a lot. Speed up the clear a lot. Help me progress. Do I have a mission soon coming up to clear Dragon 25? No, it's Ice Golems. I think I've already done Dragon 25. Yeah, I must have already done Dragon 25. So yeah, it would be hard mode, man. It would be hard mode. Okay. I mean, Hefrak is a total badass as well. I mean, I just love this guy. Just an insane champion in general. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Place an extra hit on targets with less than 50% HP after the first hit. Dude! I mean, this guy is just a meatball, dude. What's this? Whenever an ally is killed by an enemy, instantly activates Hefrak's, Scorn skill? No. He just drops his A2 if an ally dies? What the hell, dude? Okay, Hefrak is... Man. Hefrak would be pretty goddamn hyped to pull as well. I'm just saying, man. Hey, Knock the Paralyzer, is he any good? Good old Knocked. Where is he, man? Ally protect, poison, and sleep, right? Okay, so he's HP based. Not particularly fast. Heals him every time a poison ticks. That's fine. Yeah, it's all like sleeps and poisons, isn't it? I mean, I think he's pretty good. You know. Is he like the best poisoner on the list of all of the Prism Shards? I'm not sure about that. But I'm certain the guy's got some uses, man. He's a bit of a weird one, though, because of the sleeps, you know. He's good at paralyzing. Hefrak can be very good in arena. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Hefrak seems like one of those. Definitely better than King Garog, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Definitely better than King Garog, man. Who isn't, you know? Helicath is also fine, right? Defense-based, does Helicath smack? Or is he mostly like survivability? Weaken, ignores shield. Increases champion. What's increases champion's defense for each ally under block damage. Block damage, increased defense. Okay, so if it's ever removed or stolen, it replaces with increased defense. Got it. Passive effect on his A3, man. That's interesting. Attacks all enemies, shield buff, value of the shield proportional to this champion's defense. This is a good opportunity for me to actually learn some legendary champions, by the way. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like my knowledge of, like, rares and epics is, like, great. Because it's all I've studied and done, like, homework on and research and stuff for, like, the past 9 months or something. But now my account's getting a bit older. I'm having to learn what other legendaries do. Because it's just so, like, legendaries are a whole other ballgame, you know? Okay. I mean, Helicat seems cool, too. Seems pretty cool. Block damage, shield, blah, blah, blah. Seems pretty tight. Okay. Ash isn't a fan of Adeline, and I agree. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like Adeline either, dude. Adeline. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her either, man. I don't know. I've Helicath built as a fast nuker. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've seen Helicath slap before. Okay. Let's go ahead and start recording, man. We got the damn recorder going. Because you best believe this is going to end up being a video. It might not actually go up for a day or two, to be honest, but I just got to, like, stagger things out a little bit. Because there's a pretty busy weekend ahead for me. Okay. We can also get all kinds of points as well from the Halloween Deck of Fate, man. That's going to be pretty great. It's going to be pretty great, man. Okay. Alright, man. Recording mode. Activate. Let's do this, man. Oi, 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 oi. The Halloween Deck of Fate is active. It's not the best one going. The rewards aren't that amazing. It's mostly just like a lot of, I don't know, late game supplies, tomes, that kind of deal. But what is active right now is also a Prism Shard event. And it is time to pull. We like to do a good monthly spend on this account where we take some of our YouTube ad revenue, and so the bigger the channel gets, the bigger we get to pump these events up. We're sitting on 905 Prism Shards right now. We're fit to pull about 26 Prism Shards-ish. I think that's going to work out, 24, 25, something like that, man. And we've got a pretty decent selection of Champsy that we would love to get our hands on. Of the legendaries, a couple of poisoners that would help us out a hell of a lot in Dragon. Helicat sitting there, Duchess, and good old Ancora as well. I'd love to grab either of these. Rotos, we actually already have a copy of Rotos, so that wouldn't exactly be that hype. Hefrak is also just an absolute Giga Chad, and would love to get my hands on this guy. Dude, attacks all enemies plus an extra hit on targets with 50% HP or less after the first hit. And this triggers on a passive. Whenever an ally is killed, he just uses the A2 as well. Man, would love to have that guy. Crazy. As for the epic champions, Whisper or Durandil would also be each fantastic. Either of the epic controllers would also be fine too, man. Miscreated Monster or Husk would both be great for helping out my undead faction holds, because frankly, I'm in a place where I'm starting to panic a little bit about getting my faction wars done before a new faction comes out and ruins everything, given that I'm like, what, 200 stars away from Lydia or something, so that's something that I need to focus on too. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do before we get into actually pulling the shards? Like for the video? Is there anything else I actually want to do, man? I feel like I'm forgetting something. God damn. Not just shouting out like the promo link and stuff like that, of course. Of course, by the way, I've just noticed that the current viewers on the stream has like spiked recently. Nearly 100 viewers now that we're about to open the shards, of course, you know. Glorious, man. Lovely. Oh, yeah, of course, that's what we want to do, man. We're going to fuse Mithrala. What am I talking about? Okay. Alright. There it is. Okay. And something else that we're going to get done before we get to shard pulling, by the way, is fuse Mithrala. So, amen, in commemoration of this momentous event, amen, make sure you use good old beginner, not beginner promo code, what am I talking about? Make sure you use good old promo code GameLeap, which is above my camera right now, man, if you haven't already. It was a promo code that gives you 10 free experience brews, a free energy refill, and 100,000 silver, so you might as well get it used. It was active quite a while ago, went inactive for a while, but now it's back, so if you missed your chance to use code GameLeap, now is the time. Let's get Mithrala fused, dude. That's 7,000 free points. Right there, man, for the Deck of Fate as well. So, lovely. Could I have made a case for saving her for another event and stuff? Maybe, you know. I'm actually getting physics tomorrow as well. For my login reward. Like at midnight. So that's pretty cool, but there we go, man. We have ourselves a Mithrala. Awesome. Probably gonna be, I mean, let's be real. Within a week, she's probably gonna be level 60. I think I'm gonna basically rush her up, all the way up to 60 men. Okay. Let's do this. I think it's time to just start cranking. I'm definitely not going to pull these 10 at a time. Are you kidding me, dude? I'm not that far along. I'm not that far gone just yet, okay? Feet on the ground, one pull at a time. Let's have it, man. Let's have it. And thanks so much for all the congratulations on good old Mithrala. Ooh, it's a Rectodrath. Okay, one of the epics that we actually already have a copy of. But again, a fine epic, of course, to empower up and to fill out Faction Guardians and all of that good stuff as well. So, can't be too sad about that. There's one of my controller. Oh, it's a Knights Revenant champ. It's not an Undead Hordes champ. Okay, I always forget that. Dude, I forgot this like 10 minutes ago when talking to the stream chat. We established that Miscreated Monster is not an Undead Hordes champ. But, you know what? My Knights Revenant faction doesn't have any good control champs either, man. It's like Thalesia, Doom Priest are like the backbone of those teams. Not great. Mausoleum Mage is a champ that we do need as well. So great. Debuff removal, healing, defense, blah, 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 blah. Good stuff. This is another fine champ to have in the back burner for the Undead Hordes faction. So, lovely. Great. No sign of any Legos just yet. Annex is not really a champ I'm going to find any use for on the account at this time, besides Faction Guardian, if my Undead Hordes aren't done yet, which I'm not sure about. But this is a fantastic champ, of course, to take into early clan boss. Bring some huge, powerful debuffs, weaken, poisons, decrease defense. Lovely champ to bring into early clan boss. Probably not going to find a use for him on the account at this stage, given that I'm pretty much set up and good to go over there, man. Oh, lovely. But we do find Huskers. Dude, my Undead Hordes faction wars just got solved, man. That's crazy. Mausoleum straight into the Husk. Yeah, we're good to go. We're gonna have no problems anymore in Undead faction wars, man. So that's nice. Lovely, solved. And that's part of the reason that I sort of picked this Prism event to do the pulls on Magna. Oh god. Okay, well, like, at least I can empower my Magna now. It is one that we do already have, of course, but yeah, that's part of the reason that I chose this Prism Shard event to pull on, of course. I just need the bulk of the champions here, and specifically my Knights Revenant and Undead Hordes factions in Faction Wars are just not doing good. And either of my Dark Elves, holy crap, my Dark Elves are actually one of my weakest factions. Like, Kale is the only okay Dark Elf that I have in Kale Faction War. I mean, he's fine, but Durandal is going to help out quite a bit. Some attack all enemies action, big heavy hitting A3. This guy's great, ignores 50% defense. Also perfect fails himself as well if this attack is a crit. So yeah, Durandal, very survivable damage dealer. Good stuff. Okay, lovely, man. That's damn good. At least we're putting a good variety of epics here, not just a whole load of duplicates, at least so far. Oh my god, we get the Vorgoth as well? Okay, so the lack of duplicates continues. Vorgoth is a champ that I already have, I think, actually, now that I think of it. So I haven't pulled him yet in this pulling session, but I do already have a duplicate of him, but that's fine. He's a great champ. Would love to empower him once the Faction Guardians are done, and so that's fine as well. I can be pretty happy with that. I'm just happy about everything today. What can I say, man? Oh god, another Rectodrath. Okay. That's a little bit of a dud pull. That's like our first pull I'd consider a little bit of a dud. Getting multiple copies of a support style champion like this, probably not the best. Probably not what we want to see, man. Okay, man. Oh my god, no, not again, dude. What is this? Oh, it's all going to hell, man. It's all going to hell. Hey, dude, we've pulled like how many shards now? 10? 10, 11 shards? No legendaries just yet. if you're pulling like 20 shards, you'd expect at least one legendary, so I'm hoping it happens in the last 15. Okay, any legendary would do. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, let this be a warning to y'all, right? For spending on Prism Shard events. It doesn't always go your way, okay? Another copy of good old Mausoleum Mage, which, I mean, it's okay. It's our first copy of the guy. It's always nice to have high-value champions acting as your faction guardians anyway, so that you're not taking up too much storage space with just dross and crap duplicates. Oh god, a Gorgrab comes out. Okay, lovely. I thought that was another Mausoleum there for just a second, man, but Gorgrab is also another fantastic champ option, a champ that I don't have on the account at all just yet, so lovely. This is just going to be a flat upgrade to my Grinner champ. Revives any dead allies and heals allies by 25%. Heal will happen even if there are no dead allies. So that's nice. 10 meter fill, strong vision, increased attack once ascended. Yeah. Gorgrab is another good egg. Let's keep it cranking, man. Let's keep it cranking, dude. Oh, still nothing yet, dude. It's another Mausoleum. Let's go down to the final 10. And then we start to panic just a little bit, man. Oh god, Gorgrabs and Mausoleums all over the bloody place. Okay, we're down to our final 10 pulls now. 6% chance to pull a legendary. I would have liked to have seen gold at least once at this point. Sweet Potatoes asking in the chat, any Legos, sir? Yeah, I feel like Oliver Twist myself right now, man. Please, sir, can I have a Lego? Like, we're getting a little bit desperate now at this stage. Free to play, Sweet Potato? Absolutely not, man. This is, of course, the main account right now. To be opening this many Prism Shards, not really doable by any stretch. Free to play. Okay. This is breathe. Pull all 10 together, Nesmus? I can't do that, man. I can't do that. You absolute madman. I can't do it. I can't do it. We gotta pull them one at a time, dudes. We gotta pull them one at a time. Okay. Let's begin. Let's begin, man. Gotta watch Oliver Twist now, old favourite. Ashma, I already have 2 copies of Ashma sitting around as faction guardians and waiting for the Mikage fusion, so... this one doesn't help us all that much, man. 9 more pulls. Ooh. I think 10 is the way to go. Mercy is a 20, James. Okay. Well, another Husk. Not the greatest, not what we want to see. Oh, an Allure. Okay, I actually don't have an Allure. That's actually fine. I don't mind pulling this, to be honest. I would have loved to have had Allure during the Finite tournament recently, where you could only use Demon Spawn. Which I just skipped the entire tournament. I was like, well, I guess I don't have Allure, so I'm just not doing it, you know? So that's okay. Allure's so nice. Oh, who is it? It's bloody Knock the Paralyzer, and I was talking trash about him at the start of this, man, saying, oh, he's the worst poisoner of the bunch, man, blah, 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 you know? Well, I guess we're gonna find out now, man, because, hell, it looks like I'm probably gonna be building the guy, man. I guess I'm probably gonna be building the guy, and let's just see how it goes, man. It's not the legendary that we wanted, but it's yellow, okay? It's gold. It's fine. It is what it is. I mean, I don't even know why I check in-game reviews, but take a peek at them anyway. He can't be bad at a Dragon's Lair, right? Sleep debuff, 2 poison debuffs, 210. Place an additional 2% poison debuffs whenever a sleep debuff placed by the skill is removed, disappears. Oh, so it's not if, like, the sleep debuff is failed to be placed, so this won't work against, like, the Dragon Boss itself, I guess. Which sucks just a little bit. He does bring Ally Protect as well, though, so he does have some additional utility, I guess, into other areas of the game, too. Does this make him better into, like, Ice Golem? Is a Poisoner, the Ally Protect? Also the Sleep, like the Sleep work against the ads and get extra poisons up on the ads, maybe? I'm grasping at straws a little bit, man, but you know what? It's fine, man. I'll get use out of Knock the Paralyzer. I'm not going to whinge about it. Hell. It's better than just pulling another bloody Rector-Trath, isn't it? Rector, stay out of my life. Okay, another Ashma. My 4th copy of Ashma. Let's keep on yanking, man. Puff, puff, cope, yeah. Oh! Oh, no, dude! No, Morrigan, dude! Oh, crap. Oh, God. It's like one of the only other legendaries that I already have. Oh, for God's sake, bro. Oh, man. Not like this, dude. Not like that. I don't mind Morrigan as a champ. she's got like very niche uses, which is fine. It's fine. But when you've already got one, you know, last thing you want is a second little oh god, oh my god, dude, suffering from success. Yeah, I mean, again, you'd rather have another Morrigan than another Rector Drath, you know, like another epic champ just sitting around that's doing nothing but being a faction guardian, or whatever. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, a faction guardians champ. There you go, man. Positivity. We can't be too distraught with it, man. Got a few more pulls left. Another Thalesia. That's fine. I actually really like Thalesia as a champ. She's very, very squishy and hard to keep alive. Almost inexplicably so. It feels like you can build Thalesia with like the minimum amount of defense and whatever required or recommended to go into Hydra, and she'll have like the same defense and health as another damage dealer, but she'll die and the other damage dealer will live. And it's like, man, it doesn't even make any sense why she's so squishy, but I do like her as a champ. I feel like she's yeah, a good combination of debuffer and pretty hard hitting attack-based champ, you know? And I guess I'm empowering the crap out of her, because there's another one. Apparently she really likes me too, okay? Another epic. It's a Seeker, second copy of Seeker. That's fine. Lovely. Again, I guess my Undead Horde's faction crypts are fully built out now, you know? So that's fine. Okay, man. We're down to the last pull, boys. We're down to the last pull. Oh, man. The worst two Legos in the pool, what bad luck. Oh god, I mean, it all depends on what your account needs, I guess, but having said that, you're probably not too far off the truth there. But you know what, man, again, it's two legendaries from like 25 pulls-ish, is given the 6% odds, is not bad. Like, that's pretty good, and the knocked, I'll get use out of the knocked, man. Okay, last pull, let's do it, man. It's another epic. And it's another Fat Man Husk. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Do I have Rotos? We do already have a Rotos, man. Yeah. It was the only two legendaries that we did have was Rotos and Morrigan. And to be honest, I was hoping for anything, obviously not Rotos or Morrigan copies if I could avoid it. And then just anything but Noct. But the Noct is fine. He's fine, you know. He would have been like my third last choice, I guess, if I could pick. But you know what, man? Did we actually get a copy of basically... I'm really glad that we didn't find a Franox. I really don't rate Franox. I know some people do, but we got almost all of the epics at least one or two times, which is nice to have. Oh, we didn't get the Whisper. Oh, we didn't get the Whisper, dude. Oh, God. Okay, that sucks a little bit. Okay, so we got everything we wanted from the epics apart from the Whisper then, which was kind of like the main event. Okay, this is a weird pull session, man, because we were lucky and unlucky in just like a luck salad going on, you know? I can't be too sad about it, though. I can't be too sad about it, man. It was a fun pull session all the same, you know? It was a fun pull session, man. Okay, alright. Do we get to just, like, flip it out a deck of fake cards right now? Probably, right? Oh my god, we just maxed it out. Like, no problem at all. No problem at all. That's because we got two legendary pulls, man. We probably went over cap by a couple thousand, actually. Ugh. Which is not really ideal, man, but... Okay. I guess you gotta swipe that card again. No, man. I definitely don't do that. Honestly, like, gambling is really, really not in my nature, man. It comes kind of awkwardly to me. I have to, like, hype myself up to do it. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't think it watching these pull-in videos, but I swear, like, I'm really not the gambling type, man. But okay, man. Let's do this, man. Halloween Deck of Fate. We get to flip everything just now. But before we do that, hey, man, if you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, then why not do so using the beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box, man. All you gotta do is make sure you sign out with Plarium Play on your PC, click on that link to download Raid, and, man, you stand off your account with 4 free epic champions. All of which are honestly just insane as hell, apart from Romero, who, you know, well... You can't have everything in this life, okay? There's got to be at least one kind of mediocre champion in there, but the rest of them are really, really good, and it's the best possible promo link to kickstart your new Alt Raid account. Okay, man. Let's do this, man. Just a little ad break there for the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Every gambler with a gambling problem. I'm not really the gambling type, yeah, but yeah, I don't really gamble, you know? I know my limits, blah, blah, blah. proceeds to have to move into a wheelie bin on the street. You should literally lose your house. Now, gambling's a problem, man. I don't want to make light of gambling. But, yeah, I think it's just important to know ahead of time what your budget is. And don't gamble anything that you're not willing to lose. Just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like 2 just very easy core rules that you can stick to. Yeah. And usually I'm not willing to lose anything. But when it comes to it's a video game that I'm literally earning money from on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like it's more of like a hype event than anything for the channel to once a month just like really blast an event like that. And yeah, it's good times, man. Even if it goes badly, people get to laugh at me, you know, so it's fine. Like I don't really lose either way, you know. It's okay, man. Okay. Alright, man, good old deck of fate. Let's see what we can do here. We're just gonna go ahead and... What the hell, man? I'm lagging like crazy. Do I want to pin this rarity? How does this actually work? If you pin this rarity and then flip a common card, your streak won't be reset. If you flip an epic card, your streak will be reset. Let's pin it. Oh. Oh. Oh, for God's sake, man, stop teasing me. Just give me the streak. What is this? Yes. Lovely, man. Oh, a legendary tome as well. Okay, tight. Man, the card flipping is going pretty good. Look at this. Man, multiple streaks. 100 energy. Could be better, but, you know. Okay. Do I want to pin this again? You know what? I do. We haven't seen a single epic yet, though. Okay. Well, we've seen an epic now. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to pin that. Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? I should have pinned that, right? Oh my god, did I just screw up? Oh my god. Yeah, I should have just pinned it, I think. I haven't seen any. Oh my god, dude. I'm a mongoloid, man. Dude. Oh my. Is it better overall to pin the purples? There's probably like some kind of numbers whiz out there who's like done the math. You know what I'm saying? Or if you open all the cards, just pin. Yeah, like based on like higher rarity. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, we just screwed up. We should have totally pinned the epic, man, but it is what it is. Nice, we get a second opportunity. Okay. I'm just going to keep on cranking cards like this and just like this kind of pattern for now, I guess. We committed. Next epic. Okay, so we haven't seen any epics on the top side, so let's start working our way along here now. Lovely. We grab it, man. What do we get? 300 gems is pretty good. Okay. I'm pretty hyped with that. Okay. Blues. Where have we not seen many blues? Let's go ahead and pin this, man. I'm confident. We haven't seen any blues along the bottom. What is this? Okay. Another blue. And all of these all have an equal chance now. No! Hang on, how many epic cards are they in the deck? How many epic cards are there in the deck, man? Do we pin the purple? Pin epic, you've done 4. How many are there, man? Oh, there are 7 in total. Oh, there are 7 in total, dude. Yes. Okay, yeah. There are enough epics left, man. Okay. There are enough epics left, I believe. Okay, man. I guess here's the most likely place to find another epic. I guess not. I mean, it doesn't really matter where we flipping these now, right? Oh. I'd like to find it sooner rather than later, but I guess it's at the point now where it no longer matters, right? There it is, man. Okay, man. 2 lots of epics, dude. That's pretty good. Another 300. We just got 600 gems from pure luck. That's pretty good, man. Okay. That's pretty good. At least we redeemed ourselves for screwing up the pin on the first epic. I didn't even think about what I was doing there for a second, man. But alright. It's all good, man. It's all good. At least I know now for next time to actually check these things ahead of time. Look at my gem stockpile. Oh my god. That's crazy as hell. Alright, man. hey, hope you guys did enjoy this happy little shard pulling session and this card flipping session, even if we had sort of, I don't know, mixed results and mixed performances on both. If you did, make sure to hit like on the video, and of course go ahead and make sure to use good old promo code GameLeap, which is above my camera right now. Needless to say, beginner promo link is always down below at the top of the video description. Make sure to use that link if you're looking to set up a new raid account to kickstart your account with 4 free epic champions. Alright, thanks for watching guys, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man. Okay, lovely. Videos done, videos done, videos done. Holy crap. Okay, man. I just got to check my champion collection real quick now as well, I guess. Or maybe even just check my faction guardians. Because I'm pretty sure my undead horde... Look at how lacking it is, dude. I have like a lot of crap in here as well. We can get a couple of Orgoths in there. A couple of husks, maybe? A couple of husk action. A little bit of this action. This piece of crap. Is this the champion that I think it is? This isn't Hexier, is it? Who is this champ again? Also, Lich is a total piece of garbage. I don't like him, man. We'll do that instead. Okay, we'll do that instead, man. Then I could actually use some epics to empower a little bit later once I sort all this out. I forget who this champion is, man. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Sorry, boys. I'm streaming the wrong screen. You guys are right. I'm really bad at that, man. As you can tell. So we can actually get a Thalesia faction guardian in here now. We can start to work our way away from some of these crap faction guardians that I really don't want anything to do with. We can have a couple of Rector Draths in there. We don't want to have to be using a fusion component champion as a faction guardian as well. Because, yeah, ideas are numbered. Everybody else, I think, can stick around here, man. That's pretty good. Undead hordes as well. My first ever legendary faction guardians, man. I'd rather that I didn't pull another Morrigan, but is what it is. So that's done. We now have 2 Magnars as well. Oh, I do have 2 Aluas. I did have another Alua sitting around in the vault, man. Well, there you go. I actually forgot all about that, man. Have I completed Dark Elves Faction Wars yet? No, man. My Dark Elves Faction Wars is bad. It's bad. It's like way behind. It's really not good. Really not good, man. Faction Guardians are in a good place, but the faction itself, I just haven't prioritized Faction Wars enough, to tell you the truth, man. Is that all of the Faction Guardians I want to tweak? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is, man. And that means I can now move a lot of champs that were Faction Guardians, but are not Faction Guardians anymore, out of here now. And just sort of scoot them over. Oh god, we'll get to all that after though, man. Sorting out champions is not exactly fun, right? Not exactly fun to watch, to be fair. But okay. Where is she, man? Where's my second Morrigan, dude? Wait a minute. Yeah, my other one's still level 50 as well. Oh god. God, there she is, man. There's the copy of good old Morrigan. I mean, she's going to go straight into the reserve vault with the other faction guardians, so she can get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah. Easy done now, Mithralis just completed it. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I mean, all else that failed today, who gives a damn? Okay, we got bloody Mithrala. Okay, Noct, he's just a bonus. Okay, he's just a bonus, man. But Mithrala, oh my god, dude. This is one of those champions, man, that when you first start the game, you look at Mithrala and you think, yeah, I'm never going to get Mithrala. It's going to take so long. It's so far away. I've got so many other things I've got to do first. And but you know what, man? You keep grinding away. One day, you log in and there's a Mithrala in your champion roster, dude. That's how it goes, man. Cool, 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 cool. Very nice. Very, very nice, dude. Very hyped about that. Okay, where's my 17 Rector Draths at? You are a faction guardian. These two, I guess, are for champion empowerment. Again, I'll get to that when I get to it, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just get to that when I get to it, I suppose. Other faction guardians. You. Leave one copy in the champ collection. Look at all these bloody fusion components, man. Don't need none of them. Okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of champion sorting to do, man, after today. Oh my god. Your best pull today was Mithrala, yeah. You actually don't know how good she is, bro. Whatever you think she's better than that. Okay, dude, man, I'm getting hyped, dude. You're getting me hyped, man. Attacks all enemies, hex debuff, increase defense, increase attack. Lovely. Remove debuffs, strengthen, and shield. God damn, dude. So do people run in like a protection set, I guess? Into Hydra? And then you can switch her into like any other set. Like if you want to like solo some content. Like Scarab King, you can just put her in like a regeneration. And let her A1 take care of it. She also has a crazy passive, right? Yeah, so you build her with a ton of accuracy. And then her resistance goes up by a ton as well. Just like passively. Oh my god, she plus petrification as well on attack. I forgot about that. Oh my god, dude. Protection, perception. Yeah, passive is so much better than you can possibly think. No, dude. I've faced many Mithralas in Arena. I dread it, man. I can't stand it. Like, man, I see a Mithrala on the team. I already know what's coming, you know? I already know what's coming. Like, I'm never going to be able to land a single debuff against her. Just kind of stops me in my tracks, you know? So, yeah. I feel like she's one of those champs that's good everywhere. Oh my god. How is she not just like 5 out of 5 everywhere, you know? It's pretty funny. I mean, if she isn't a 5 out of 5 champion into Hydra, for example, like who is, you know? I don't know. Like who is? Trunda? I don't know. Dread it, run from it. Mithrala arrives all the same. Yeah, man. Okay, man. Okay, alright. Okay. Did you compete for a soul when it was guaranteed in the event? Oh, I don't think I even did, man. Did I? I think I got like a lower level-ish. Was it like you could only get like a certain level unless like you invested a lot? Okay, I got up to the 4-star soul. I guess. Yeah, I really struggled in that event, man. I really struggled in that event. I would have liked to have gone up to the 5, but 4 stars, I think, it's like an okay start. It's like an okay start, man. It's pretty good. I'm glad I at least tried in the event, because I was like, well, I'm gonna get her eventually, you know? I'm gonna get her eventually, so I might as well, even if I can't get the 5-star, that's like out of reach, I should just push as hard as I can anyway, to at least get the 4, so... Oh, man. The pleasant satisfaction of, you know, like a short-term sacrifice paying off in the long term, man. Oh, man. That feels pretty good, yeah. It feels pretty good to have that ready. Dude, we've got some good souls just sitting around, can I say? I wish I'd started off with Sun Wukong on this account. Got a 6-star just sitting there. Good old, what the hell is this guy called again? Is it Brogni? May or may not be Brogni 5-star sitting there. I forget his name, honestly. Yeah, we've got some saucy souls sitting around, man. We're just waiting for the champs to show up, you know? Even Jarag would be nice to build, you know, just because I've got the souls sitting there. 6-star for Reliquary Tender, which is pretty funny, but... Okay. A good old... Oh, nice, we've got a little 3-star for Durandil. That's not nothing, you know? That's okay. Given that we did just pull the guy as well, so I'm pretty glad I held on to that. 6-star for Old Hermit as well. Okay, dude. Even though he's just sitting at level 50 right now, like I'm in no rush to take him up, just because he's like pure support, but... Okay, man. Yeah, we got some okay souls sitting around, man. We got some okay souls. Have I done orcs? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. I think I'm ready to like push pretty hard with my orc faction now, because I've got the 6-star sitting there as well for Ultimate Yorg, and I have Duck the Pierced at level 50 with almost all masteries farmed up. And so those two, I'm pretty sure, are going to be a pretty killer duo, man. Then we have King Garog dealing damage, okay? King Garog, he's coming in clutch, okay? You guys all didn't believe in King Garog. Watch him. Dude, let him cook, man. Let him cook. He's gonna help out my faction wars teams. Oh, why did I build this guy out, man? Why did I do it? But you know what? At least he's a damage dealer. Whatever, man. I do need a damage dealer option now for the orcs at least, and so he's gonna do that role. Yeah. Oh yeah, man, there's Shemale's 6-star as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting on a Shemale's 6-star soul too. How the hell did I miss that? Where is he? There he is. Lovely, man.
Yeah, that... Oh my god, dude. I'm so excited, man, to eventually get my hands on Shamil, dude. I really wish that if you clicked on a champ in the Altar of Souls, it would tell you the champion's name. By the way. Like, for God's sake, the game just assumes that you just know all of these champions by name at this point. I know, like, roughly half of the legendaries here. Yeah. There's a lot of champions in this game, man. Even 9 months in, like I am on this account. Because, again, I'm 1 day away from pulling Vizix. So that's going to be lovely, too. Even 9 months in, I feel like I've still got so much to learn, you know, so... And yeah, Soul Collection could definitely be improved, for sure, man, for sure. Oh, did I have a 5-star for Mausoleum Mage? Did I? Oh my god, I do! Holy crap! Alright, man, yeah, I forgot all about that one too. Okay, nice, man. Very, very cool. Very, very cool, man. Oh, man, it's all coming together, dude. It's all paying off. Lovely. Mausoleum, debuff removal, bit of healing. Heals each ally further by blah, blah, blah. Very nice. Cleanse. Increased defense. Block debuffs. Crit rate is also going to help out quite a bit as well, to be honest. Now, my Undead Hordes are just sorted now. They're just good to go. They're good to go, man. Should be able to clear up their, those faction walls pretty quickly, man. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Have you gone through your gear, rolling only the stuff with speed and using the Hell Hades sight? I remember using the Hell Hades sight in relation to gear, but yeah, I've been rolling up plenty of my gear. I'm sitting on way too much gear. I saw like 500 artifacts or something a couple of weeks ago just to have a huge clear out of a lot of blue 5-star gear. Because I was just sitting on way too much. But yeah, man. We're coming along pretty good. But okay, boys. Man, I've got some editing to do for these videos to help out the wifey. She's actually sick right now, and so I don't want to like be shoveling too much work all up on her with pumping out all these videos, man, to get all of the videos that we shot on stream here up on the channel, you know, which are going to be rolling out over the next couple of days, man. And even if you already watched them on the stream, it would be nice if you at least stop by those videos and hit like on them and stuff, you know, and give them a little bit of watch time, which really helps out with the algorithm on YouTube. Oh my god, I just realized I'm sitting on 1900 energy after pulling the deck. So I guess I'm farming some Minotaur tonight. Holy crap, man. Alright. Hey, man, Hell Hades Optimizer? Yeah, I'll give it a check out, man, James. I've heard people talk about it before. Plenty. A lot of people seem to find it useful, so I'll give it a look, man. But alright, guys. I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Because I have no choice, man. Busy, busy weekend ahead for me just in real life. And so I've got to prepare as many videos as I possibly can to make sure that there's no downtime at all on the channel. Because that's just how we rock and roll, man. No excuses. Daily uploads or die. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy this one. Once again, one final time, if you're looking to join me on my free-to-play account and start off a new free-to-play challenge of your own. I think I'm starting off a clan pretty soon as well. Maybe on the free-to-play account. That'd be kind of fun, I think. I wasn't going to do it because of the extra time management and stuff like that, but you know what? I spent so long playing Raid anyway that it probably wouldn't be that much of a problem to also be managing a clan too, so like a second clan. So I might just go ahead and do that, but if you're looking to start a new alt account, point is, make sure to start that new account using the beginner promo link down below, man, at the top of the video description box. Just the best beginner promo link that currently exists in all of Raid, I say with about 88% confidence. It's pretty good. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you did enjoy this happy little stream, and I might catch all of y'all, well, in the YouTube comments, I guess. Alright, see you boys. Have a good one, man.